Welcome, Team Rhino. During the month of June, IRF is focused on reforestation. You can help us plant trees in Indonesia's Way Kambas National Park in Sumatra. For every $1 donated, you will plant a tree, and every $1,000 raised, IRF and its partners will plant an acre of new rainforest. Joining me today is a very special guest, Dr. Zulfi Arsan, head of veterinary at the Sumatran Rhino Sanctuary. And it is a very special day. It's Andatu's 8th birthday. Andatu was the first rhino born in captivity in Indonesia and at the SRS. Welcome, Dr. Arsan. Thank you for joining me today. I wonder if you could get us started by telling us how you got started working with Sumatran rhinos.
Thank you, Chris, for inviting me for this question. Actually, I just started to work with the Sumatran Rhino in 2014. That's about 6 years ago. But when I was student of the veterinary student, that's 21 years ago, in 1999, I was do internship in the SRS, which is the first veterinary student to do the internship. And then at the time, I was fall in love with the Sumatran rhino because it's charismatic species, and then also it's facing extinction. And then it makes me sharpen myself to become. This is my dream job actually, to become a Sumatran rhino carer. And then from 1999 to 2014, I also do some field projects with the Sumatran rhino. Like in BBS, I did some small research to for the mineral makeup of the wallow, the wild wallow. So it's kind of like a few information. And then also I also do some survey, following a survey with Japan rhino at the time, and then it makes me more and more love with the Sumatran rhino. And then and in 2012 we have the first successful of the birth of the Sumatran rhino calf in Indonesia. And then it's a proudness of not just only for the SRS also, but also for the country. So that's my background working with Sumatran rhino.
And how does it feel to be on the cutting edge and working with an endangered species? Is it a challenge or?
It is big. It is a big responsible, because this is the work that has no room for mistake. You know, the number of Sumatran rhino is very, very low compared to other rhino species in the world. And then this is also some sensitive animal. So it is proudness for me, of course. It is my dream job, and then but it is kind of like sometimes it's under pressure, but I love it. It makes me easy, and then enjoy do my work. It is proudness, and then sometimes it is big responsible, and then I have to make myself no mistake for doing this job. Yeah.
So today is Andatu's birthday. Can you tell us a little bit about his birth?
Okay, this Andatu birth is kind of like a proudness of the country, because it is the first time since 124 years. First time in Calcutta, back in 1800 something, I forget, sorry. And then before the birth, we have some pregnancy loss before we have Andatu of Ratu. It is hard time for us because we have a pregnancy and then until 4 months it's lost, and then we are applying some protocols that adopted that are used by our colleague in Cincinnati Zoo, and then we have Andatu, and then at the time for the birth of Andatu, it is first experience for SRS, and then we have of course we are nervous, but we have also some advisors from overseas, from Cincinnati Zoo. At the time we have Paul, the senior keeper from Cincinnati Zoo, and then Oren Hart Anin, and then also we have Dr. Ben Bryan, our advisor from Taronga Zoo, helping us, and then we applying some protocols at the time. And then, but the bird itself is very smooth. It takes only 1 hour, and then Andatu is delivered. And then after that, Ratu is have a good mother. Ratu is a good mother, and then she starts to feed him Andatu. And then also, yeah, we are happy at the time because we don't have to do something. We just only watch and then see how it goes naturally at the time. And then it's kind of like a process. And then, at the time also, IRF director also specially came to SRS and then attend this special moment. Yeah.
It definitely was a very special moment and a very great achievement for both the SRS and the country. It's wonderful to relate that now 8 years later. How is Andatu doing today?
Oh, he's big, of course. His body weight is 650 kilograms, which is at the first day we measure his body weight is only 27 kilograms, and now he is 650 kilograms, and then he shows good behavior, daily behavior, like a wild rhino, but also know us as his carers, keepers, and pets. And also from our observation that his daily activity is normal. He's wallowing 3 to 4 hours during daylight, and then also nighttime, and then also daily intake is normal. He's about 10% of his body weight. And then the good thing is we started to introduce him to female in SRS. So at the age of the 8 years, he already sexually mature, but he needs to learn how to behave towards the girl. Yeah, that's Andatu today.
That's great. It's wonderful to hear he's doing so well. IRF is currently raising money for a reforestation project in Way Kambas, and part of this project is to grow trees that could be used as browse for the rhinos. What are some of the things that Andu eats, and how is that supplemented with additional browse?
Yeah, at the SRS we have 10 hectares of the forest for Sumatran Rhino live there 24 hours every day, and then but we need another supplement from outside the enclosure because it is not enough for Sumatran Rhino, and each rhino has 2 enclosures, so we switch every 5 to 6 months. So the forest can be regrow in this enclosure. And then we give about 10% of the body weight rhino daily rhino for daily browse, and then it's about in total for all SRS rhino is about 450 kilograms per day. 450 kilograms. That means we have to get the browse from the forest, and then supplement with some from the village. But this is one of the critical points where in the village we have some cows, some other livestock that could bring some pathogens to the rhino. The best for the rhino is browse from the forest, but it is not popular to cut some trees. Not cut actually, but prune. We doing pruning the trees to feed the rhino, and then all the rhino, including Andatu, needs the additional browse for their daily needs in SRS.
How much does Andatu typically eat in a day?
We cannot count the one that he takes naturally in the forest, but from the supplemented browse, additional browse in the that we give daily, he takes about 30 kilograms in a day. That means about 5% of their body weight, and then the other 5% he get it from the forest by doing exploring and then browse naturally.
So, and as the SRS expands, new rhinos will come to live there, and so that is why we're planting more trees so that we can bring additional browse to the SRS. What else gives you hope for the Sumatran rhino's survival?
Yeah, I hope that we have this strategy of the Sumatran rhino survival plan that we are gathering knowledge and then all the resources to help Sumatran rhino through captive breeding and then also protection. We hope that we don't lose this species, we don't lose this genus in this our lives, because the Sumatran rhino is facing a declining number in this in decades. And then I am strongly believe that we can save Sumatran rhino because we have knowledge, we have successful breeding, we have the knowledge is already gathered, and then the skillful personnel of the YABI staff that work in the field, and then the commitment of the staff, of the personnel, and then also the commitment of the funding. This is the important part of all our activities. So I am strongly believe that we can save the Sumatran rhino through protection from the wild Sumatran rhino in good population, and then also to rescue Sumatran rhino that isolated and then bring to a captive situation to boost the number, and then will be released back if the Sumatran rhino number is very become a good number in the future, and then the habitat is protected. Yep, I'm hopeful. I hope that it is work.
It's glad to hear all your hope and your passion for this this species. How are you and the staff doing during COVID at the SRS?
Well, we are aware. We are very afraid of this because we read news and then everything, and then the tragedy that thing that happened in the zoo in the U.S. with the tiger. That bring us more and more worry, thought, and then we apply some more preventive activities we put a new disinfectant building for vehicle, because we cannot avoid that the vehicle, our vehicle is come out from the forest and to the populated area. And then also we stop the food gatherer, which is gathering because they don't stay in the SRS at the time. All the time we stop. They don't go to the enclosure, and then we also clean the browse double than usual. And then we also already have some protocols of the food bath for disinfectant, and then more washing our hands with soap, and then also always wearing mask when we interact with people or with the rhino. That's but our conservation work is keep working to maintain the health of the rhino, and then also continue to breed the rhino at the SRS.
Thank you for keeping the rhinos safe, and I'm glad that everyone at the SRS is safe as well. On behalf of the IRF,
Yeah.
please tell them thank you for us. Any last thoughts before I let you go for the evening?
Okay, so maybe I just wanted to say that Sumatran rhino, the genus of the Dasyurorhinus, Dasyurorhinus sumatransis is a genus, not just only a species. We can avoid. We will have another tragedy of the dodo bird, and then also the thylacine that went extinct in the modern age in our lifetime, if we don't put our best things to save the Sumatran rhino. And then this is, and another thing that I want to tell you, that Sumatran rhino is help our oxygen supply, to maintain our oxygen supply, because they browse, and then the plant that they browse is will recruit another shoots, and then it will have more leaf. That means more oxygen production, and then they also seed disperser of the trees. So, and they do it for us for free. We don't have to pay Sumatran rhino to do that. Yeah, but only or what we need is only to save Sumatran rhino, and then keep doing this job for us.
Well, thank you, and that's a wonderful way to leave it, about how important the Sumatran rhino is to not just Indonesia but also to the world. So thank you so much for joining me today. Happy birthday, Andatu! You can feed him for his birthday. Every $1 donated plants a tree, and IRF will say thank you with a certificate for you to show proudly. With every $1,000 donated, IRF and its partners will replant an entire acre and recognize you with your name on a sign at that location. Gather your friends and family into a giving circle. There's still time to plant an acre of new habitat for rhinos, and IRF will plant your sign as your legacy. And your donations are still being matched by a very generous donor, so donate today at rhinos.org/reforestation. We'll see you next time, Team Rhino, for another Rhino Talk. Thank you.